Hello, this is Mr. Coursey, and today we're going to learn about video editing with the assignment called Still Clips. The point of this assignment is basically to familiarize yourself with video editing software, Adobe Premiere Pro. This version CS6. What we're going to do is the Still Clips assignment, you're going to use music that preferably tells a story, and you're going to pop up images that go with the lyrics of the song. It's supposed to be a pretty simple assignment, but it really helps you get to know the tools and editing steps when working with video editing software, so when we do more advanced projects later on this year. Okay, step number one. What we're going to do is open up Adobe Premiere on your desktop right there. Now, what you're going to do is, before you even get started, I would most likely have a song picked out and a few clips that go with it. This is what I did. I created a folder on my desktop called Still Clips. You might put this in your second 6 weeks or third 6 weeks folder. But I have several images that I've picked out. The song that I've chosen is something I just had readily available. Summertime Blues. So I've already listened to the song, and I got a few images that go with some lyrics so I can give you a good example. Now, when you open it, you're going to start a new project, and name, just go ahead and call it Still Clips. Now, location, wherever you put that folder that you have all your files put in, go ahead and find that. Now, mine's on my desktop, so I'm going to just choose Still Clips. Now, all the files and video recorded are going to go in there. Now, just click OK. It asks you what format. Just go ahead and hit, for Still Clips, do widescreen 48. Normally I just tell you to hit cancel, because you can import video from a camera, and it'll take the sequence presets from the video instead of you defining it. Okay. First things first. I tend to like the older version 5.5 settings, so I'm going to change the workspace. So I'm going to go Window, Workspace, Editing 5.5. Now, in Premiere, you got your project panel, source panel, and your sequence panel, and your timeline, and media browsers. Project panels where you have all your files that you, music, pictures, video, whatever. It lets you view it. Now, this is icon view. You can go in list view. I prefer list view, just so I can see everything. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to right click in my project panel, choose import, and I'm going to hold down shift and select all those images and audio files. Entire project. So I accidentally re-imported my sequence. Didn't mean to do that. That's what that question was about. Anyway, I can go in icon view it all. I'm going to clear that. Now, the timeline shows whatever sequence you have open. You can have multiple sequences, and you can have sequences and sequences, but for this project we're not going to need that. First things first is you got your song, so you're going to drag that into the timeline. Now, you have different layers in the timeline for audio and video. They can stack on top of each other, overlap, play over one another, view over one another, whatever you need. This is the playhead. The playhead shows you where in time you are. Now, the timeline shows you by seconds. Now, if you hit the plus sign, it zooms in on the timeline, so you can tell 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. The minus on your keyboard zooms it out again. So if you want to see everything, plus and minus. Now, if you hit the space bar, it plays. Now, the program panel shows what the final output's going to look like. The source panel lets you see what individual clips and files look like. Now, what you might want to do too is if you click on the down arrows, you can see the audio waveforms on the audio. You can also click and change the volume levels at certain points. This assignment, if you look at the directions, you choose a song that has a theme. You must have 10 still clips based upon the theme chosen. 5 of those clips must be edited to less than 5 seconds. So you would zoom in and you would make sure that the clips are 5 seconds. Now this clip right here by default is 5 seconds. You can tell right there. Most images are. So all you would do is reduce the time. You must have 4 different transitions that must be used. Text, you must have a title and subtitle to introduce the beginning of the movie. Times may not be used for the font, so you must use some other type of font. At the end, credits with your name to close the movie. So you must have a title at the beginning, a title at the end. Sound appropriate with your theme. You could have your voice, sound clips, or the music. Timing and sequence of the movie is logical. So if you have a picture of a happy person and they're talking about a sad person in the song, that wouldn't be logical going with the sequence. So you need to make sure the images go with the words. And then creativity, you get extra points for that, and extra effects such as extra animations or fancy transitions, stuff like that. Now the first thing you're going to do is you want to start out with the musical intro with no lyrics. You're going to want something like the title. See, the lyrics start about right there. So let's go ahead and create a title. Now what you do to create a title is you click the new item button and then choose title. And this is you can leave it at title 1, or you can type intro or whatever. Now you got the different tools in the title options. I'm going to click and center it, and Summertime Blues by I need to extend that to make it more, and you can adjust the font size or whatever. I'm going to say Mr. Coursey. Summertime Blues by Mr. Coursey. And I can shrink the font size right there. Summertime Blues by Mr. Coursey. There you go. You close it, and then you can just drag it down from the project panel. Now here it is. Alright, so you got the text and title. Now if you want the title over something, you can move it up to the second layer, and I could put an image like this. Now this image is bigger than the frame. So what you could do is you right click on that and you choose scale to frame size. Now the whole image fits. Now you notice on the text, see how it washes in the background? It doesn't really pop out very well. Now you can add options to the title, stroke, like click add. There you go. I added a black stroke. You can change the color by clicking on color. You can increase the stroke size. Choose like red or whatever color. You can do other options like a drop shadow. Next part, adding clips. Alright, I'm going to raise a fuss, I'm going to raise a holler. Now he looks pretty fussy, so I'm going to drag him right there. Alright, work. I'm going to put that right there. Every time I call my baby, try to get a date. Boss. So I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna call my baby, try to get a date. Move that about right there. No dash, son, you gotta work late. Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do. Just move that right there. But there ain't no cure for the summertime. Ain't no cure for the summertime blues. So fit the images with the lyrics. Now let's talk about transitions. You're required to have 4 different transitions. For transitions, you got to go to the Effects tab, and then there's a video transitions. You got 3D motion like cube spin, flip over, dissolves, page peels. Let me show you what page peel. You just drag it over right there. And it does a page peel. Page turn. Let's put that one there. Cube spin. You got to have the clips touching each other. Let's do a cube spin. So that's a cube spin. So you must have at least 4 different transitions to go with your song. Try to use creativity. You can include video inside your video. Import video files or animations or whatever. Whatever to make your project stand out, to make it look better. You get more points for creativity and extra effects. And at the end, don't forget to put the credits, like your name. You must put the title of the song, the artist who sung the song, at the end. So 2 titles, beginning and the end. Say once you're done, you're ready to turn in your project. You're gonna first thing you want to do is make sure you got your project saved. So save project, and file, export, media. Now the format, you want it to be H.264. That's the right compression that makes your video where it doesn't lose quality, but it's not a huge file. Now output name, click on that, and I'm going to choose my desktop, find my still clips folder, and you're going to call it whatever period you're in. If you're in 2B, you would say 2B underscore your last name, your first initial underscore still clips, and then save. And then all you do is click export. And if you go to your still clips folder, you can tell it's it's processing, and that's where it's going to be. Render is the word that burning your video and audio down into a usable file format. And there you go. There's your video. And Of course, always refer back to eLearn to look at all your requirements and how much points everything's worth. Be sure that you don't leave anything out. And that is it for the Still Clips assignment.